What's going on, everybody? Daily Start here again. Another boxing video. This time it's boxing. It's not shoes this time. Alright. I just got done watching Ricky Hatton's comeback fight in Manchester, England against his opponent. And I know I'm going to butcher his name. It's like Senchenko or something like that. But it was a little disappointing to say the least, because Ricky Hatton put his body under some extreme duress to, come out doing what he had to do. I mean, shit. He said he spent like 5 months putting his life back together from all the womanizing, the alcoholism, the drug use. And I think you could really see it in Hatton's face if you saw the fight. He didn't look like he didn't look like Ricky. When Ricky was like, when he came at 140 and 147, he was a little chunkier, but he was molded. You know what I'm saying? He had the cut. He was fine. He looked really emaciated in the face. Maybe the weight drop. He said he had to drop 4 stone, and that really took a toll on him. So maybe the weight cutting was wrong, or he did it incorrectly. After 3.5 years, I would guess so. As far as the fight goes, in the first round, it was a filling out process, as with all boxing matches. As the round started to go on, I gave Senchenko the first round. Second round, third, fourth, all the way up to the point where Ricky Hatton caught the body shot that led to his defeat. I had Ricky leading, and I believe on all the judges' scorecards, Ricky was leading on all cards as well. Where Ricky Hatton goes from here, I'm not too sure. I do believe that he could have won the fight if he had taken more of a safer approach, opposed to actually going in there fighting like Ricky Hatton. I can understand from his point of view that in order to get the ring rust, to acclimate the ring rust to where he can maintain, what he needs to do, what he hasn't done, where to go on from here, as the rounds progress. He did satisfactory. I mean, I believe he did okay, but I still believe that he should have maybe went up against a more Senchenko just seemed too much. He was too rangy. He was too big. He had too much movement for Hatton. He kept sticking him, the jabs, counter lefts, even he hit him with the body shot, stuff like that. He just provided too many angles for Hatton. I think it was completely overwhelmed him for his comeback fight. Yes, he was winning, but if you look by his face, he didn't do it in a very impressive fashion. It was a really hard fought battle for Ricky. I wish him nothing but the best, but he should have went up against maybe a more, not so much a younger, but a veteran, a savvy veteran, but who was more on his level for being 3.5 years out. I really don't know what else to say, man, because it's really hard seeing a guy like Ricky Hatton, who was on top of the junior welterweight division for so long, fighting Floyd, Pacquiao, and all kinds of fighters like that, only to be dropped like so easily after a while. It's kind of like it's like the fighters so well are starting to fade. Like, Roy Jones faded. Who would have thought that would have ever happened, right? Hatton faded. It's like a slow process of corrosion with a lot of these old fighters. And personally, I'd rather not see Hatton fight again, because it's only good because he's talking about he wants to fight for world titles. Like, we know in the title picture, Ricky Hatton doesn't stand a chance. The guy is it's way past his era, past his prime. He needs to just hang him up. One last fight in Manchester. How else can you go out? He went out. He went out on his shield. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like in wrestling, where if you're on the end of a rope when you know you're going to retire, it's better to go out on your back knowing that you got the other guy over and he can only make better of his career because you're helping him out. So like in the sport of boxing, I look at it like if you go out on your back, that means you have nothing else to prove. You know, you gave it your all, you can be satisfied. But if you're getting up in age and you're looking to retire and all of a sudden you win, then you're always going to have that, oh, what if? Oh, what if I can fight him? Oh, what if him and I fought? You know, and you're only going to lead, the disaster is only going to get worse for you and is only going to be more and more detrimental to the stability of your mental health. You know, it can lead to just all kinds of different avenues you don't want to go. So it just compounds one another, you know. But all in all, I said I gave Ricky Hatton's performance, it's satisfactory. I give him a strong B minus. But if he does come back, it has to be against a lower end opponent. You know, no one tall, no one rangy. Get him a brawler. You know, someone with like 1 or 2 losses on their record. You know, get him acclimated again and just go from there. But we'll see where it goes from here on out. In other news, I'm going to include this in this video if you guys don't already know. Today, on Saturday, doctors in Puerto Rico took Hector Camacho Sr. off life support. He passed away today at the age of 50. I believe that they only took him off life support once his son got there. So his son can say his final goodbyes, his family can say their final goodbyes. So that's another more and more sadness being thrown on top of one another. But I just thought I'd let you guys know that if you didn't know already. I may make a video in the future, you know, talking about Hector Camacho a little bit, go into detail some of his fights, some of my favorite fights. But I'm going to end this video here. Like, dislike, subscribe, comment. If you like what you hear, let me know in the comments. Until then, this is Deadliest Art saying peace.